Day one, interesting day. India finished the day 300 runs even for 6 wickets. What are we thinking?
Good toss to
Good, bad? Could they be doing better? Is it about
Good
right?
day. Good day for India.
I think it's about even. I'd give this edge slightly to India, only because that pitch looks like it's going to deteriorate, man, like quite badly.
Yeah, I think I agree. Probably just slightly in India's favour, but not too much. One more wicket. If there was one more wicket before the end of play, I would have almost put it England ahead.
I think because Rishabh Pant's still there, I think India can still get a good few more runs. Like, Axe is about as well, and he can bat.
Yeah, it's hard to know what a pass score on that is. I would say first innings, you want to get at least 350, but I think even 330 is a decent score on that.
Yeah.
All right, well, as we're doing our predictions game, while we're just quickly on that topic, what do you think India will end on? So, Jigs, what do you think?
I think India will probably end up on 360.
Stig?
Yeah, 350, 360. I reckon they're possibly out by lunch.
Flipping out.
Roy?
That's about
400.
right.
400, man.
400.
Depending on how the first, depending on how the first hour goes, isn't it? They see off the first hour.
First hour is very important tomorrow morning.
Roy's share trader, man. Always bullish, always positive.
I'm gonna go with 340.
What? No, man. No.
Because I have this worry, that come tomorrow morning, right? Well, I say tomorrow morning in about 7 hours time, Rishabh Pant's just gonna think, do you know what? I'm just gonna go and start just clearing these men out. What comes, comes. And we lose him, it's just finished.
But he thinks like that anyway.
Yeah. I think
he played quite responsibly today.
Game right now,
he did. Yeah, he did.
It could easily be 315 or it could easily be 360, depending on if Rishabh Pant.
It all hinges on him, basically. He's key to if India are going to get any more runs, really. But I think we are underplaying Axar Patel, who is quite handy with the bat. Who can chip. If he can chip in a 30 and Rishabh Pant can do another 30, you're already at 360.
Yeah.
So maybe Alvin's shout of 400 might not be too bad.
I don't see. I think with I think 400's a lot of runs.
360, 380.
Is that a match-winning total? Do you think?
There's probably going to be a roller on that, so it won't do much for the first 5 or 6 overs until the roller wears off. As soon as the roller wears off, it's going to start doing more than it did before.
Yeah.
It was already kicking up dust today, man, from the spinners, isn't it?
Mate, already.
From early.
Insane grip. It's mad. Like, I saw what Joe Root was doing. I was like, what the hell?
I love that pitch. The England guys were criticising it, but I feel that was a good pitch. That's what you want to see in India. You see all over the world these seam bowlers getting the advantage.
No. Too early for my like a little bit of turn, yeah. But with the pitch, just literally when you're getting the big puffs, like when the ball's hitting, like wow,
yeah. But what was happening? Was it dangerous? It was only 6 wickets down. It's only 6 wickets down.
Yeah.
No. I think it's the behaviour on day one. I wasn't expecting it. Like you expect that kind of behaviour midway through, I reckon. But it wasn't. Not dangerous, nah.
If that pitch was there tomorrow, I might understand. But like a bit of pride in your pitch.
I'd take pride in that pitch. I'm happy with that pitch. Testing conditions.
No, not at all. Because it doesn't do much.
But it takes the toss out of the game, really. So any team, all right, it's still a good toss to win, but the first test match, you won the toss, you pretty much just piled on the runs. This one, it was a challenge to get runs.
It's that balance. You got to try and find that balance between bat and ball, because right now
we got to stop trying to
like ball.
We got to stop trying to produce English wickets. We're not in England. We're not in New Zealand. We're not in Australia. Produce Indian wickets. Turn the ball from day one. Make them play, and make us play. We showed that.
Look, I'm all for that, right? But I'm saying it can't be deteriorating so badly within like 10 overs. That's
You
just
say
silly.
irritating. I say just turning.
No, that's a look, bro.
Well, you
The
know what? You know,
turn they were
It wasn't-
getting on the
It
day
wasn't
one
sharp
pitch.
done, was it?
It
well,
was.
the thing is,
Look at the ball that
the
got
thing
Coley
is,
out.
yeah,
That was one
I-
delivery all day.
I would determine deterioration, yeah, on not spinners, on the pace bowlers. What was the bounce like towards the end of the day? I didn't see the end of the day play. Was it consistent, or were their balls dipping on a good length, or how was it?
No, I don't think there's any pitching on the length and just shooting low or sharp rise. I think it was pitching, going past the batsman, and then keeper would get it on the second bounce.
Yeah.
So it was dying out, but it wasn't shooting along the ground.
Yeah.
So
Well, day 3, day 4 is going to be mad interesting. I know that much.
But well,
they
what we need to discuss first things first, really and truly, is the return of Rohit. Could we say?
Yeah, I think before we do that, we probably need to apologise to Rahani as well.
Yeah, I'd be the first to apologise. I was calling for his head. That was a good innings, man. Under the pressure.
Both of you.
He played some great shots, showed some character as well. So
Yeah, man. Good
credit to the.
mentality.
I still think
he's a nice-
Sundar could have done the same thing, but
Yeah. I'm sure
Good
Jinx
move.
will accept your apology, man. He's such a nice guy.
Exactly.
definitely played well.
If this was
All
on
right.
a Saturday at Tudor Drive,
But there was,
different story.
somebody was calling for Royt's head as well, though.
I did. Well, I questioned him, but I did say he
questioned
could
him
be in because he's
slightly.
Rohit.
I think, yeah, I was more referring to the host of the conversation.
No. Don't bring me to this. Right?
You questioned it.
No, I didn't. My point was yesterday, right? You can't go and say Rohit stays in the team because he's Rohit and then drop Rahane because it's the same level.
Not the same level, mate. We just saw
It
today's
is. I'm telling you.
Rohit is
Play
Rohit.
different games.
No.
But he scored
Play different
161
games, man.
on that pitch. Come on.
Rohit's more destructive.
Yeah,
No,
he's more.
completely. Rahane doesn't play that sort of game. That's what I mean. Like Rohit couldn't pull out that innings Rahane pulled out.
Yeah, but
course
you
he
got
could.
do one. If you were to pick one batsman to have in your team, who are you picking out of the team?
Right.
That's Rohit, isn't it?
It's
Well,
not a choice,
Exactly.
but it was.
My problem with Rohit is his consistency.
Well, my problem with Rohit is his
Batting's too easy for him.
batting's
He
too
just-
easy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
gets
man.
bored,
He
innit?
looks too chilled. Like he brought up his 100, didn't even like pull a face. He's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, but imagine going out each time you bat knowing that you're better than the bowler. Like,
He's almost too complacent, isn't it? Sometimes.
he's almost
Like,
too
yeah.
good. He's almost too good. He has to have a bit of fear. Like this bowler might be too good for me. He might get me out. Let me dig in. I don't think he ever feels that. He always feels like he's better than the bowler because he is better.
Yeah.
Can I put a question to you, the guys there? So he played the sweep a lot, right? But
Pure top
to
headers, innit?
me, I don't think he was in control of any of those at any point whatsoever. Like there was not one sweep shot there which I thought, oh yeah, he's fully in control of this. Like
He was in control of the sweep shots where he was looking to hit in front of square. Anything he was looking to paddle or go around behind him, he wasn't in control of.
Yeah.
I think he was
I'd agree with that.
hard in front of the square. He had control of. But it's good to see because I think we've learned from Joe Root in terms of what we need to be doing on our own pitches.
then it
I
ended
think-
up being the downfall, right? Of both him and Rahane.
Well, I'll
It
take
did.
that. Get 180 odd and then let your downfall come.
No,
Or
but
not.
even Rahane as well. The sweep was his downfall.
Rahane was out because he was already out and he was feeling guilty.
Palmer.
That was poor umpiring, poor third umpiring.
Well, you bring us to it, so let's go with it.
I didn't
Yeah,
see it, man.
There was some
I didn't see
very
it.
questionable. So Rohit was first actually.
Rohit
Rohit
was
stumping. He was out. There was nothing behind the
gave
line.
it. They
The
gave
rule,
the
the
stump.
rule
man.
is quite simple, right? There has to be something behind the line, and whether you look from the stump camera, whether you look at the angle they used, both show there's nothing behind.
the two
gave-
angles it wasn't conclusive that there was something behind.
Yeah.
They only
But
showed like 2
I-
seconds of the stump mic cam footage, didn't it? And that didn't go back to it, did they?
he made the decision way too quick. Like Rohit was his nephew.
Quickly,
Or
yeah.
Take his decision, mate. Don't make it so bait. He ain't your nephew.
It was strange, isn't it?
No,
Because
because
Because they showed the
but you
stump.
say bait, right? But then it gets worse with Rohanes.
Oh, that was shocking.
That's
man.
just shambles.
Oh,
I'll
well.
have to go back and review them.
That was.
I can't even explain that because you
I don't understand why they haven't gone further
press-
on.
stop pressing pause. Just press play and let it play. You can
Watch the
obviously see
incident, isn't it?
after it.
Yeah.
Rewatch
through.
the incident, then slow it down. Then you know.
Yeah,
what
what
it
was
is.
it?
Whole
Who was the
thing.
TV umpire?
Another Indian man.
I
We
think
don't
he was
know.
too busy
Saudi.
chewing his tulsi or panbrag.
Man, he was buzzing.
He
He
was-
was buzzing.
He was high on some masala.
Was he not a recognised umpire then? Someone that we would know.
I don't think so.
I know.
No,
Anil Chowdhury or something like that. No?
Yeah,
Anil
Anil
is it? I think so. Let me check. Hold on. It'll come up on the.
I think he was a rickshaw man that dropped them off.
Oh, you're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. You're such a dickhead. Rickshaw
That is
man,
such a
you know.
poor decision.
Yeah,
I
it
can't even defend-
is
I can't.
Anil Chowdhury, the TV
honest,
umpire.
The umpires didn't do a bad job. The umpires on the pitch haven't done bad, but now
No, not at all.
that blights their reputation.
Do you know who
Yeah.
I'm a fan of? Nitin Menon. He's actually quite good.
Yeah, they didn't
TV
do a bad
umpire.
job. But if you hear about it, now people have got the right to say the umpiring's been shocking. But it wasn't the on-field umpires. It was one rickshaw guy with a TV in front of it.
Oh,
I don't know how you can get it wrong as a third umpire.
You get
I
that
mean, I've not seen them yet, so I can't really comment. But as a third umpire, you've got to be making the right call. Come on.
Just press play and stop pressing stop.
Yeah.
You'll see the
They
whole.
didn't let the footage roll on, did they? Just
He didn't know how to, maybe he didn't know how to operate the equipment, man.
Yeah, it was very, and but I do believe something went on behind the scenes, and if you noticed, England got their review back.
Yeah, I saw
is
that.
it? They got
Yeah.
their
I think-
review back, yeah?
Ratings for
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Bush.
Justice
Mark Bush
Dungeon.
probably his complaining got them that review back.
Well, then, before we move to England, we have one last bit to discuss about the Indians today. Virat Kohli. What's going on?
Virat Kohli got out to the classic off spinners.
Yeah,
Mate. That's probably a dream come true for Moeen Ali right there. I think he's tried to go too expensive too early.
What
I
do you
think
say
he-
about that,
yeah,
man?
he needs to rein himself in.
The attitude was right. It was a great ball. It pitched. It done a lot. I think it was just he let his hands do the talking, where his feet should have done a bit more. So I think the attitude was be positive, go at it. Don't wait for the ball to come to you and get you out. So I think the attitude was right, but I think too early, too soon, and maybe use your feet and be a bit positive. Don't just plant your feet and let your hands do the talking.
Yeah,
That soon in the innings.
like you're on zero. Get yourself
You're on
off the mark first instead of trying to go for a little flashy cover drive against the spin.
But I think that's understandable. Like,
Right.
put yourself in his mindset. You've come out trying to be positive, and your feet aren't moving yet. So you thinking you're doing the right thing and being positive, but because your feet aren't
He couldn't
following
believe it. He nearly done
it just you're left.
No,
blanket.
but look, they're professionals, man. They get paid big money for this stuff.
He nearly done a
So,
PD on us, man.
I'm not
He didn't want to
as
walk.
forgiving. Like, end of the day, if your feet aren't moving, then you know something bad can happen if you try and go
I
for a
get-
big shot without moving your feet. You should
I'm
be
not
more
making excuses.
responsible.
I'm not making excuses for that, but I'm just trying to explain it away because it's hard
No,
to.
no, no,
explain.
I completely get it. No, then you can see what the intention is. Like, all of the Indians were quite positive, which was great to see. But it's just about the right time to do it. Like, if your feet aren't moving, you should be more responsible.
To be fair, yeah,
Can't
it was
do
a
that
peach
straight
of a
away.
peach of a delivery for someone to get first one so early on in their innings.
Yeah, very
It was
good.
kind of
Let's
well, you
not
have
take
to
it away
move
from
your
you.
feet, and that if you stretch without
Cover
moving
it,
your
man.
feet, the length was brilliant.
Yeah, Slight lack
The
of
length is
respect.
really good.
Lack of respect
Yeah.
for the pitch and the bowler.
He was bamboozled after. He didn't even realise what had happened.
He done a PD, man. Didn't want to walk in it.
Yeah, literally, I'm quite sure he genuinely thought, oh, the keeper's taking the bells off.
What about the general
Man, clean
selection?
bowled.
Sorry?
The general team
Team
selection.
selection.
For India.
Good.
I'm happy with that. All of us
Right.
Kuldeep fans finally got him back in the team.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know about leaving.
I've got a point to raise. As you mentioned Kuldeep Yadav. Jigga, you are related to this man. You and Kuldeep have the same trim. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I'm gonna make a game for after the test series, yeah? Kuldeep or Jigga. We're gonna play the game. Literally.
Oh,
What
you're
the heck?
taking it too far. You're taking it a bit too far, you know. They don't look like each other that much.
But
No, if Jigga grows his hair a bit longer, yeah, they could both do it. 'Cause have you seen what he's done? Like Kuldeep's got it like faded up that way, so it's just like it's like a mop. Mad.
he's always had that though.
No, it was a bit more tamed before. He used to comb his hair. He just
probably-
let it go. He just let it go, man. Quite great. Sorry,
yeah,
but
good
we
select-
digress. We digress. Sorry. Yeah, so yeah, Kuldeep, great selection back in the team. We also got a return for Big Mohammed Siraj as well. My guy to watch. Also, there was the introduction of Aksa Patel. And
It
I
was
think
nice to
India got it
see-
spot on.
It was nice to see his introduction this morning, to be fair. Young RICKSHAW getting his first test cap.
Yeah, it's always nice to see those things, man.
That
You
guy
guys
looks like he drinks whiskey all day, innit? Axel. He looks like the type, innit?
Yeah, he
He
is
plays
one
around the
of
sun,
those
right?
guys. He comes from one of those areas.
Kings never punch that, innit?
Yeah, but he comes from one of those areas. That's probably what his dad and like uncles are doing, like just backing out a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, man. Just back a quick shot of whiskey, got out the bat.
Little
Yeah,
black
one thing.
label, Aksa.
Who
Axel Patel.
is great Guji in it? Straight.
Yeah.
Man got all the chest there
Guji.
hanging out. He's got the cash. Got the big
You know
chain.
he's chewing. You know he's chewing that bun, yeah. You know he's chewing that. Just
He
sitting there.
don't
Yeah.
sway away from the SG, bro. He's got the SG as well.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got-
he's like kind of
He's
nice.
saying
Innit?
he's been hanging around
He's got the
Rakish
Sunny
too much,
Tony,
yeah?
mate. He's got the nice one.
Sunny Tunny,
Been hanging-
with the red stickers, right?
Yeah.
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 Right. So England's while we're on team selection, England's team selection. So we knew basically what it was, but Ollie Stone, I think that was a brave choice, and he justified it quite
I
quickly.
tell
He
you
looks
what,
right.
He was impressive.
He was
Yeah, he looks right.
I've never seen that guy bowl before, you know, and I saw a few today. I thought, oh, okay.
fiery man, fiery.
He was bowling with control as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had pace
I'll
and
let it go,
swing.
firing it down off. Everything was at the stumps, close. Batsman had to play everything 91, 92 miles per hour.
That
Not
last
easy.
over,
Both throughout.
he hit Richard Hair, innit? No, bicep. Last
Yeah.
over, innit?
Bicep.
Boy.
Then
He bounced, innit?
he was very good. Like he's by some speeds as well. So I think
Yeah,
that's what
140.
England went for. They just went for that little just bowl the pace. I think clearly they're going to probably be banking on Broad to be the reverse swing guy for them.
I don't think he got reverse swing. I think Stone got more reverse swing going than Broad did just after lunch.
Broad look ordinary today, man.
He did. He looked very
Yeah.
pedestrian.
Yeah, they're not-
And the biggest big point as well, Stokes may be injured because he stopped bowling.
did he?
He's a
Two
very good
overs.
reverse swing bowler.
Mm.
So
I didn't know
unless
they
there's a
got-
plan behind that, I don't understand why you'd bowl him 2 overs unless he's
I
injured.
think when I looked at the team, I initially thought there was a spinner light. I thought they was playing Pope. They probably could have played an extra spinner. But then I thought, really, who are they going to play?
Mate, honestly, I think it's overkill. You don't
Who are
need
they?
more than 2 spinners.
You need
And
more than
plus,
two.
they got
but you got Joe Root.
Joe Root, yeah.
You need 3 spinners, but you got Joe Root, and I
My
don't think
opinion,
Joe Root at the moment.
in India, you just need 2 seamers and 2 spinners, and then you pack your team out with batsmen.
Boy,
It worked
you don't
today.
rate your bowl.
No, as in like Indian pitches, it's made for spinners and batsmen. It's not made
Why you
for
say what?
seamers.
And a seaming all rounder, or a spin all rounder.
Not even.
Genuine seam bowler. One
Just
seam bowler,
literally,
3 spinners.
just 2 spinners, 2 seam bowlers. That's enough for India.
No, man.
Because if
That's-
2 seamers can't do it, what's the third gonna do? And the same with the
Rest-
spinners.
You need some rest. Someone's going to have a bad day, right? You need
I-
3 spin pitch. You got Joe Root, so I'm not saying it was the wrong thing. Joe Root bowled well. He should bowl more.
Bowled quite accurately and
He
economically.
was
as well.
very, yeah.
Yeah.
He was more menacing
8
than
8 overs for
Ali.
15 or something like that.
yeah.
Ali's going for 200, man. Tomorrow, don't worry, Pat's gonna put pay to that.
Hey, don't say that, man. That's my choice. That's my
That's why I keep
Yeah.
going at him, isn't it?
Glad to see Ali in the team, actually.
picked up two. Credit to the man.
Picked up a crucial wicket.
And the catch
And
for
the
Rohit.
catch. Yeah.
Done a good job.
Yeah, he went for a few, but his wickets were key, right?
But
Yeah, wickets
What?
were key.
1 wicket.
let me
two
raise
wickets.
another point
One
to you guys. So the England spinners, do you think they could be better than they are if they had the right people guiding them?
I personally think Leach has bowled really well,
I
but
thought Ali was going to do better.
Ali could have been. Or Leach was really well, bowled well. He was pushing the ball through. He wasn't just floating it up there, and he was getting it to do things. He was creating chances as well. I think Ali probably wasn't as controlled as he should have been.
So the point I was trying to make being that Jitan Patel from New Zealand is their spin consultant.
Of Warwickshire.
And Warwickshire, yes. But
Yeah.
no offense, but come on, man. What has he done in international cricket to warrant?
To be fair, yeah, to Jita Patel,
He-
yeah, he would have played a lot more hadn't it been for Dan Vittori. And we all know about Dan Vittori.
But when he played, was Jitan Patel good? No.
But what you
For
don't have to be
Warwickshire.
a player to be a good coach.
He,
don't have
this
Good player to be a good coach.
this is where
Yeah.
we need Niran. Niran would be with me on this. He would
Yeah,
be
can't-
scolding
can't-
him.
I think you can't. How can you blame Jitan Patel? Because what's he got to
No,
work?
no,
with?
I'm
He's
not blaming him. But
probably see
my point
like three-
being, if England are going to go and get a spin consultant, yeah, why have you gone and got Jitan Patel? Out of all of the fucking great spinners we've had in the last like 20 years.
Yeah, but I think it's as a spin consultant, you need
He lives in
somebody.
New Zealand. He don't even live in India.
Yeah, but you need somebody who understands body mechanics, who understands bowling, who understands the rhythm, how to get into things. It's not just a good bowler. They need to be more. Probably a good person, good bat bowler or a good batsman are not going to make a good coach because it's too easy for them. Imagine Rohit Sharma being your coach. Why don't you just hit pull shot? You can hit pull. I can't hit that pull shot. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Or Shane Warne being your spin coach. Why don't you just bowl the flipper?
Mate, I was just gonna say that. Can you imagine Murali trying to be England's spin coach?
Yeah.
It's not gonna work, innit? Yeah,
He was, I'm sure he was for a point though. He's been.
No, wasn't
he was no, sorry, Australia. He worked with
Oh.
Australia.
Dude, Murali.
Where's Mushina? Mushtaq Ahmed.
He's
Pakistan, back-
he's a British citizen, as far as I'm aware.
Sorry, no? Or Shaq that, sorry.
Wasn't he the coach of England? Spinning coach, consultant.
Yeah, it was. He was.
Was he?
All right.
Well, who would you have in place then, Bill? If you're questioning Jitan Patel.
Are we going for someone who's a lot more experienced in the international game, who achieved more?
Go on. Like who?
Oof.
Rangana Hiraf, bro.
Not a
Swan.
bad shout. Swan. I
Swan.
would have gone down that path. I would have gone down with like Swan. Actually,
was
Jarvis
clown,
is a
man.
position you can't do.
Swan's a clown, man.
Who else is there? Let's to be honest, I would have gone with someone Indian. beating
Anil Kumble.
India. Kumble wouldn't do it. But like Sunil Joshi's done it for Bangladesh when they came to India. He was quite handy there. Like you literally you just got to list off old names and like, I can
But do you
start
think
listing
he's
off.
here just for this one tour?
Yeah,
Who, like
literally, he's just
Ramesh Power.
That's all it is. Because I read an article the other day. This is what raised this question to me today. So I read an article which
Okay.
said he's looking to apply for the job full time. I was like, I don't know. No, if England want to go places, like I'm a firm believer, you should have the best teaching, managing you in order to get the best out of you.
Person is not the best teacher.
Yeah, you got to look at the whole package, man. Like he's probably gone through a whole bloody interview process and whatnot, not just on his bowling career.
Somebody who's gone through it and has been damaged and had to rebuild their career, rebuild their action or something like that is probably better than somebody who's just killed international career and has been a success at everything they've done as a coach. Because these players are going to go through failures and they need to learn how to come back from that. They're working through their actions. There's going to be tweaks that they need to make. So he's probably gone through things where he's realized, okay, how do I get more revs on the ball? How do I make my ball come out a bit heavier? And he can impart that sort of knowledge. Whereas somebody who's class and has never faced those problems can't give them that knowledge or experience.
No, that's true.
All right, Dills, my battery's going to run out.
Do you want to quickly
Very
give me your predictions for tomorrow quickly?
Should I wrap up
then
the prediction or have we already done that?
Give me your prediction and then you
Let's
can
do
wrap off
predictions.
and then go first and then we can just work around it. So JP, what are your predictions for day 2?
Got on, it froze. Sorry.
Okay, wait,
Predictions.
well, hold on, wait. Before we do that, let me just give you all a quick update on the scores on the prediction game. So Alvin is actually up 2. Jigger's got 1. Anti's got 1. And I'm on 0.
Why have I got 1?
Hold on.
Because you only put
Wait, why
out...
am I? Because I predicted England.
No, so Anthony went with 300 plus for 4. So I'll give him a reasonable close. He was on 300 for 6.
Hold on.
Bigger, you called it 285 for
285.
6. So I thought that was reasonably close as well.
Reasonably close. That's pretty much spot on.
Alvin, but then look, you're 15 runs off. Alvin's only 4 wickets off.
Brother, you're nuts. I'm only 2 wickets off.
15
said
runs of
300
wickets
plus.
is a big difference. 15 runs
Come
is
on,
just
mate.
1 over.
Bro, in this game, it's just numbers, right?
Hold on. I said 300 plus for 4, yeah? And I
Yeah.
was 2 wickets off, yeah? You're going to give it to Alvin.
Yeah,
because
but
he
you
was
said
4 wickets
300
off.
plus. You
Come on, man. You
look,
can't-
look, you're a government official. You
No,
like to do these
I
generalizations
saw
so
I
you
said
can
England.
get inside a bubble. Yeah, you weren't specific enough.
Brother,
What
you
was
deserve
Alvin? What was Alvin's score?
Alvin said 300 for 2.
I said England were going to win the toss. No, I said England were going to win the toss and carry on with the momentum, no?
No,
Any-
but
in
we
any
said
case, yeah,
based on the
Dills,
scenario, whoever bats first, what are they getting?
in any case, Dills, you
Yeah,
deserve
okay,
like
fair enough.
you deserve -10 from your 400 plus prediction for 1 or whatever it was.
No, mine was 350 for 4. It's not. It is. Yeah.
So
I was
I
confident.
got the wickets spot on and the runs only off by 15 runs and I get 1.
You get what? Alvin gets 2 because he made a second prediction. That's why he's got 2.
No, that don't count, man.
He
That
threw
don't
in
count, man.
one of the big batsmen will get runs, so I thought I'd give it to him. And when I went through the footage,
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
no one else made any other things. So I literally sat there twice and watched the last video.
All right,
That's
Ski.
why he's got 2. Otherwise, you've all been equally treated. All right? God, you just warmongers, the lot of you. War fucking mongers. But okay, Jigger, your predictions for day 2, please.
India bat to about 360. England bat, I think Joe Root will be tough to get out. If you get him out under 40, you've done a good job. England get bowled out before the end of the day on.
He's looking to rank up these points, boy.
250.
Jeez. All right.
250.
So repeat that last one. You froze out, just so we don't miss one of your 12
250.
Point grabs.
No,
This is what
they don't get bowled out. Sorry, they're about 250 for
For
8.
okay.
250 for 8. When do you reckon they get put into bat? Before, or after lunch, tea? Or not tea? It can't be tea.
I think before lunch.
Okay.
Probably be a quick 60 if there's going to be, or even if they're probably, or they might not be.
Let's move to my clockwise then. So Stiggington, your predictions, please, sir.
I reckon
gonna drop
India
off.
get bowled out. Are you gone later? See, this is what happens when you buy iPhone. Sorry, man. Yeah, so India get bowled out just before lunch, around the 350 mark. Yeah. I reckon England take to the middle after lunch. At the end of the day, they are 250 for 5, with Joe Root still in the middle.
Okay. I like that. It's very interesting. Roy, what you got for me?
Going for India to score up to 400 runs, England to struggle, let's say about 140 odd for 4, for 3, 4, 5. See how it goes.
You got to be
End of day.
be a bit more precise than 3, 4, 5. Like, that's a lot of numbers.
Let's say
a lot of wickets.
100. All right, let's say 150 for 4.
End of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
End of day.
I'll take that. I'm gonna
Are you
go.
watching it? Sorry, go on.
Not a lot of runs scored.
Sorry, Joe. I didn't let you finish, mate. Go
No,
on.
it's all right. Go on. What are you saying?
Nah, it's not even important. We can pick up afterwards.
Well, we haven't got long. I can hear you're calling. But so basically, I'm going for India to be bowled out for around 350, 360. Let's say 350, 360. England will be batting just before lunch, I want to say.
Okay.
Just before lunch, England will have about a little bit of time. End of the day, they'll end about 170 odd for
5.
6.
Ooh-hoo-hoo!
I want to go 6.
Last
It's a good shot.
I
batsmen
feel
at the crease at the end of the day?
As in, look, I feel with the pitch the way it is, we have a bigger chance of getting through that top 3 a lot quicker this time.
Yeah.
Because like Dan
Yeah,
Lawrence did hang around a bit, as did Burns, as did Sibley. Like Sibley played a blinder. So I think if you can get through those 3, I think the real battle comes when you're trying to deal with Stokes and Root, really and truly. And then we see what happens with Pope and Folks. Yeah, that's mine. And those are my predictions. So we shall see tomorrow morning, bright and early, what's going to happen.
Cool.